Welcome to the Garlic Boys podcast, where we treat friendship like a good recipe treats garlic. You can never have too much of it. We're your hosts. I'm Connor O'Connor.
And I am your friendly neighborhood Mothman, Indrid Cold.
That is Matthew Haux, who refuses to say his own name. Hi, buddy.
Hi, how's it going?
Dude, I want to let you know how bushy your beard is looking.
I know. I'm actually like kind of happy. I've been cultivating it.
I we talked about your abundance of hair care products last time.
Yeah.
It's doing good work on the beard. You look
Yeah. And I've
proper
been
Scottish.
curling up the mustache a little bit, doing a little handlebar.
So the left side of my mustache will naturally curl up,
Mm.
and then this one just goes directly into my mouth.
Yeah.
That's something I noticed, like going through and editing the video from last week, is like how many times I noticed my mustache is just in my mouth.
Yeah.
Like,
That's actually why I started doing the handlebar, to get it away from the corners of my mouth, because
well, I
holy
have
heck, every time I ate, it was in my mouth. I was eating my mustache.
that happen. That everything, my mustache tastes everything that I do.
Yeah. Yep.
But this week I have. This is supposed to like be a, a noise canceling thing. I don't know. My brother told me to use it, and he does sound engineering.
It actually, I do know a little bit about this because of the book I've been reading about podcasts. It actually is like a buffer shield for harsher sounding words called plosives, I believe, maybe plosives. No idea. Just read
Uh,
it.
Glenn
Um,
Close's.
yes. But any like words like letters, sorry, like P and D, I think some of the harsher sounding consonants.
Yeah,
It actually acts as like a buffer to soften those consonances.
it gets rid of those aggressive letters.
Exactly. And it stops you from spitting on your mic, which is
That
nice.
too, that's nice as well. Do you think aggressive letters, the true opposite of aggressive letters, are silent letters?
I uh, maybe like you mean like silent letters as in the P in pterodactyl.
Right. Like the letters that at one point were useful, but I think it's when it got translated from Latin into English, or
Hmm.
just Old English stopped using those letters. Well,
Yeah.
here's a fun thing I learned. There's a letter, I think it was called a thwarp or something like that,
Okay.
but it had the th sound that used to be used in the English language, and it was kind of drawn like a P on top of another P, but like
Okay.
the bumps were connected. So like if you just like drew the line on a D really long and had the bump,
Okay.
and but when you were printing, it kind of looked like a Y, and so when that letter got phased out, you had things that were spelled ye,
Mhm.
but it was supposed to be like the or the. So like
Mhm.
ye old time malt shop was actually just supposed to be
The
the old timey malt shop.
No way.
Yeah.
That's actually really cool. That's fascinating.
Again, I think I saw that on a TikTok. I'm learning everything from that.
Absolutely. TikTok is the best educational purpose social media out there.
Speaking of which, we have a TikTok now.
Yeah, yeah, we
Um,
do.
and I cut a promo video to put up on there, and it was us discussing the monsters, like that pre-bit where you got mad at me.
Right, right,
Um,
right, right.
and if you haven't checked it out, the Garlic Boys on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter.
It's pretty
Um,
great, not gonna lie.
I showed my mom the bit and then further explained what we both chose because she asked,
Hmm.
and I told her that you chose vampire.
Right, right.
And I explained like one of your reasonings was because you don't blink anyways, and it's very vampire like. And she was like, "Oh yeah, he never blinks." Like so harshly, like, "Yeah, that boy
That's
needs to blink more."
that's actually even more funny, considering the amount of time I've spent with your mother is like less than 24 hours.
True. And she just
And she
knows you
noticed.
have a blinking problem.
I
I
Yeah.
also I also realized your eyes, you open them too much, and mine look like they've never been opened before in my life.
Well,
I'm not
you
a
do have a condition.
not even just it's not even blaming just the condition. because both eyes barely open,
That's true. That's true.
but I can see fine according
That's good.
to my doctor.
I mean,
Besides, the
you're wearing.
glasses.
Yeah, I was gonna
I
say
said
you're wearing
beside.
glasses.
All right,
Yeah, and I
pedantic
have
much?
perfect 20/20 vision. Just
We're definitely not going to get into this argument again. You're not better than me just because you don't have to wear glasses.
You're right. That's not the only reason.
All right, Matt.
Yeah,
Matt, I have a game for you.
I love games.
This is a fun game. I have to preface this game though.
Okay.
This is a reason why.
Mhm.
Um, I'm an omnivore.
An omnivore, as in you
I am an
eat
omnivore.
plants and meat.
I will eat plants and meat. I enjoy it.
Okay. Hmm.
I like steak. I like
Yeah.
bacon. Meat is
Mhm.
nice. I
Yeah.
like eating meat.
Me too. That
This is
yeah.
not propaganda.
For meat.
This is not well, it's not propaganda in any sense.
Mhm.
I just thought this would be a fun game topic.
Okay.
You ready?
I'm as ready as I'll ever be.
This game is called Is It Vegan?
Is it vegan?
Is
Okay.
it vegan? You're gonna have to try and guess if the item I'm giving you is vegan or not.
Right. Okay.
I am now going to Google a definition of vegan just so we can have some
Like a
sort of clarity.
cohesive. Okay. Yeah.
That is vegan dining food. Give me just vegan.
Just vegan, please.
Vegan definition. Here we go. A person who does not eat any food derived from animal or typically do not use other animal products. That is the
Okay.
definition. That's from the Oxford definition. That's sort of what I'm basing this off of.
Okay.
I'm not claiming to be a vegan expert. I got all of this from the internet. I do not have any of my sources. So if you want to contact us and tell me I'm wrong about it, go ahead.
Fact check the crap out of Connor.
Please fact check me. I would love to know if I was wrong about any of these, or if I was just somewhat misunderstood.
Hmm.
All right, first one for you, Matt.
Okay.
Is honey vegan?
Honey is not vegan.
No, no, it is not. Honey comes from bees, and bees are animals. Good
Okay.
job, Matt. That's
Thank
1
you.
point.
Thank you. That was an
That
easy
was an
one.
easy one. Yeah.
Starting off strong.
Here's the second one. Ready? Gummy bears.
Gummy bears are not vegan.
Yes. Do you know why they're
They're
not vegans?
derived from gelatin, which is made from hooves.
Cartilage, bones, and other pig products. But
Yeah.
yeah, hooves. All right. You're 2 for 2. Good job. Ready?
Yeah.
Mushrooms.
Ooh. Ooh. I'm gonna say yes.
Yes. Final answer.
They are vegan.
Final answer.
Yes.
Correct. Mushrooms
Sweet.
are fungi, and fungi are vegan.
I thought that maybe because it was like from decaying matter that mushrooms grow, so I didn't know if that was like considered.
I think those are more typically the inedible mushrooms.
Right.
Um, but who knows? Fact check me on that.
Yeah, right.
All right, you ready for number 4?
I'm ready.
Feeling good so far? I mean,
I'm
3
feeling
for 3.
great. Yeah.
Okay. Yeast.
Oh, wait. I'm gonna say no.
Final answer.
Final answer.
Yeast is vegan.
Oh man. Okay.
I have a source for this one because I like the explanation. Unlike animals, yeast lacks a nervous system.
Mm.
Therefore, its consumption causes no animal suffering, exploitation, or cruelty. Well, this is a hard word. It's not
Cruelty.
cruel to animals. Cruelty.
Yeah.
Why do I feel like I sound so southern trying to say that? It doesn't
Cruelty.
cause no cruelty. This
Sorry
makes
to the
yeast,
southern listeners.
I guess, sorry.
Mm.
Therefore, no human consumption causes animal suffering, exploitation, or cruelty. This makes a use suitable choice for vegans, and that is from Healthline magazine.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So that's your first wrong answer.
First wrong answer, but I'm still going strong. Like if I
You
was a
got
football
this.
team, I would be set for the season.
Right. It's not like I'm gonna throw you a curveball or anything.
No, yeah, definitely
Number five, poop.
not. Excuse me?
Sorry. Poop. Poop.
Um,
Poop.
technically, in my opinion, it would be vegan. While it is a byproduct, it is not derived from any sort of cruelty or anything. Everybody has to do it. Well, by that definition, technically honey would be as well. So this is a little bit of a curveball, and I hate you. I don't hate you. I'm sorry. Um uh let's go with final answer. Yes, poop is vegan.
Poop is not vegan.
Oh man.
Animal manure can contain animal blood, bones, and other characteristics which contaminates the food grown within it. So in that definition, poop itself is not vegan.
That's frustrating. Okay. All right. That was like a Vizini, the cup in front of you, cup in front of me kind of thing I was going with in my head. So
Shout out to the Princess Bride.
Princess Bride, the greatest movie of all time.
Exactly. Here's another curveball.
Yep.
These get harder. That was my
I
fun. That was
I
the fun
haven't
thing I wrote this
noticed.
with. Is plastic vegan?
Um, I'm gonna say plastic. Who's eating plastic? Um,
Toddlers.
okay, so thinking about plastic, its chemical compounds, from what I've heard on the internet, which could be false or could be true, plastic's chemical compounds are very similar to that of butter, which is made from milk, which is an animal byproduct. So I'm gonna say, final answer, no, it is not vegan.
Final answer.
Final answer.
I don't want to give you credit for this one, but I have to give you a point. Yes, it's not vegan.
It is non-vegan.
Plastic is
Okay.
not vegan because plastic, and this is what I found online, correct me if I'm wrong, they can contain animal products, including animal fats that are used in the manufacturing process.
Okay. All right. So close. I
So
mean,
technically, butter is animal byproduct and it is considered a fat in the food group.
yep.
So that's another point for you.
I'm killing this.
That one, I thought I was going to stump you a little bit harder on that one.
Uh-huh.
All right. Here's another one for you. Ready?
Yep.
Glue.
Glue is no, absolutely. It is not vegan.
Final answer.
Final answer.
That is correct. Many glues contain is in glass, ISI, NG, LASS.
I
Is in
will.
glass.
Is in glass. No,
Is in
but yeah.
glass, which is made from fish bladders and remains from cows, pigs, and horses.
Yep. Yep. I did
Um,
know some of that.
so that you got that one correct. Yeah. There's also just an old joke that like, oh, that racehorse is now gonna get turned into glue.
Yep. Yeah, that's kind of how I knew it.
That one is a little mean. I don't like thinking. Most companies, from what I read, though, are starting to move away from that. Um,
Right.
like it is something that they're trying to phase out and use more plant-based materials.
Yeah, that's good.
All right, number 8. You ready?
I'm ready.
Cardboard.
Cardboard. Oh,
Cardboard.
oh, that is a toughie. Um, mushrooms were living plant life, and they don't. Mm, cardboard. I am guessing, purely guessing. I'm gonna say yes. It is vegan. Final answer.
You are correct. Cardboard
Yes.
is vegan. This one has another. This is another one that can have an asterisk.
Mm.
So cardboard, yes, for the most part, is vegan. There are still companies that use some animal products in the glue that they use to corrugate the paper
Oh
in the
yeah.
board. But again, companies are moving away from that. and most brands that you buy are vegan at this point.
Right.
Um,
Okay.
so also, fungus is a different classification of species.
Right. I was
It's
more
not
going
it's
off
not
just
plant
like,
life. So like
okay.
in etymology, you lose a point, or not etymology, zoology.
We're not.
And like in one of those ologies, because zoology is also the study of animals, I believe. That's why they're called
Yes.
zoos.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Anyways, number 9. This might be the hardest one yet.
Okay. All right. I'm ready.
Oreos.
Oreos. Oreos.
Are Oreos vegan?
Oreos. Are Oreos vegan? Is that okay? Then it might be a trick question here because, like, Oreos, there's cream in the middle, which is usually made from like a dairy. But if they use something else that make it not dairy, but then the cookies, there's yeah, this is a toughie. Okay, I'm gonna say they are. It's a trick question. I know it. They are not vegan.
Final answer.
Yes, final answer.
That is incorrect.
Oh, what?
Oreos are vegan.
What are they made out of?
I did not write that down exactly.
Okay.
But they have been vegan since 1998. They made the switch over from plant-based oils, or from animal-based oils, sorry, to plant-based ones. And that time,
Mm.
um, then they, I believe, coconut oil might be what they use, but there's like different milk options now. So like
Yeah, that's true.
that's more than likely what they're using. Plus, you got to think they don't have to keep it refrigerated, so that, like the cream's not going bad, right?
That's true. I mean,
Um,
I guess that makes sense. 1998 was the year we were born,
yeah.
so they probably wanted us to have the more healthy option when we were eating an entire sleeve of Oreos.
Well, here's the thing: they became vegan by accident.
Really?
So Oreos are not the original sandwich cookie.
Hmm.
Original sandwich cookie, like the one we know of as like an Oreo, was originally the Hydrox cookie.
Okay.
And the Oreo cookie company was started by like the brother that was running Hydrox, and there was like this huge rivalry for years.
Hmm.
And Hydrox was always number one, and Oreo was quickly like coming up behind and was like number two for years. The only thing that they couldn't beat Hydrox on the market for was the fact that Hydrox was considered kosher.
Hmm.
And so the Jewish community kept Hydrox at number one. Well, in 1998, they were able to get that those oils switched over to plant-based, which then allowed them to get a kosher classification, making
Okay.
them a more available cookie, allowing them to widen the gap between themselves and Hydrox become the number one cookie in America, and actually sent Hydrox out of business
Oh, really?
until I think it said 2015, until the Hydrox came back.
Wow.
But now Oreos is just synonymous with what a sandwich cookie is.
Right.
Um, but yeah, but Oreos are vegan by accident.
Interesting. By accident. I love that.
All right, Matt, we are on to question number 10. You
Okay.
already have won this game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I got
So
at least a 50%.
you have 6 out of 10 right now.
Okay.
You can get a 7 out of 10, which will be a 70%, which is a passing grade. You can ask
Yeah.
any one of our professors in college.
I don't know. Some of them were very adamant
Some
about
of them
getting.
were very generous. But for winning this, you'll get a win in your win column. And every time you win 10 games on the podcast, you will get a reward for being a clever, clever boy.
Oh, all right. I'm gonna win all these games.
I have a sheet here where it says clever boy tally. I've
Do
thought this out fully.
do I have to come up with games now for you?
If you want, this was just my thing for you.
Okay. I don't mind that. I don't
The
mind being the only one having a chance to win because that means
there's
I win.
there's one win in the clever boy tally.
Okay.
I should mark that that's the win column. Is lose two O's?
No, just one.
Okay. I'm severely dyslexic. Oh yeah, if you ever see anything misspelled, not like egregiously, but like somebody didn't realize that that was misspelled. I wrote it.
We should probably hire an editor.
Yes, we should. But we can't do that unless people support us on Patreon.
Yeah, hey, there's a
Yeah,
perfect plug.
there we
Support
go.
us on Patreon, people.
All right. This one's just for bragging rights.
Okay, I love bragging rights.
This one I love.
Okay.
Are you ready for this?
I am not, but I'll do it anyway.
Is Tattoo Ink vegan?
Tattoo ink. Oh. I have a
No,
few tattoos.
we both have some tattoos.
Yes.
Um,
Oh, sorry. Off topic tangent. I will tell you later. Um, I was I'll tell you now. I was gonna get the ghost tattoo pretty soon here on my leg. It's gonna be like a little Sherlock Holmes ghost.
oh, you got to get it.
Yeah, I actually have an appointment set up and I'm gonna go get it soon anyway. But severely off
Back
topic.
back into what we were doing. Yes,
Tattoo
is
ink.
is Tattoo Ink vegan?
I'm gonna say yes. Yes, tattoo ink is vegan. And if I'm right, then I'm gonna brag to a whole bunch of vegans and tell them how I am also vegan. That's not true.
Well, I'm glad you went back on that because Tattoo Ink is not vegan.
Tattoo ink is not vegan.
Tattoo ink can actually contain a huge variety of animal products like animal fat, bone char, gelatin, and shellac taken from the female lac bug.
Even better. That means I have to tell a bunch of vegans now that I'm not vegan. Well, I wasn't vegan in the first place, so
Matt out here not being vegan, but you got a 60%. That's a win.
I'll take it. It's better than 50.
If there was a tie, I don't know what I would have done. I did only prepare 10 questions. But there was that's game, Matt. Join us next week for another one of my fun Clever Boy quizzes.
Oh, I'll be here. I will.
All right, Matt. Would you like to introduce your topic for this week? Because I this just tell them what you wanted to discuss.
So we were discussing talking about movies. And for you listeners at home, one of my all-time favorite movies, like, and I mean all-time, like,
The
uh,
worst choice.
no, I can have my own opinions.
No, go ahead. Have your own
Princess
opinion.
Bride, Princess Pride, Princess
Princess
Bride.
Bride is one that we agree on. I'm not mad at him
Whether
for liking the Princess Bride.
whether Straw Hat Goofy likes the Princess Bride or not, I love it.
I wish he would love it.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
great.
Like, I respect his opinion so much,
I
but
respect
like
him
I
so much,
disagree
but like
so hard with the
that was
Princess Bride.
such a disappointment to hear that he didn't like that movie.
No hate to him because he has amazing takes, wonderful takes
Oh, for
on
sure.
most movies, but The Princess Bride is something we will have to respectfully disagree on. Um, but one of my favorite movies, Princess Bride, all the way to the top. The next one down, and I'm being quite serious about this. The next one down is The Sorcerer's Apprentice with Nicolas Cage and Jay Baruchel.
Garbage.
No, it is not
Straight
garbage.
it's straight trash.
It is one of the
Worst movies ever made. Correct.
No,
Yes.
it's great. It's so good. The music, phenomenal. Did you see that electricity
Yeah.
scene?
Do you know why the
The
music was
Tesla
phenomenal?
coils?
Do you know why that music was phenomenal? Because it's the music from Fantasia. Fantasia is good. That's what you wanted.
It's
And
a
Sorcerer's
take on
Apprentice was not
Fantasia.
Fantasia.
It is a take on Fantasia.
You took the best part of Fantasia, put Jay Baruchel in it, who's great in some things, but like he's not like leading man charisma. That's why he was the
That's
main
why
guy.
he's so good in that movie.
That's why he
Because
was
he's
Hiccup in How to Train Your Dragon.
I know, but in the Sorcerer's Apprentice, he was so good because he was so awkward and so just like stumbling all over the place. And that to me who is super awkward and super not fun. Um, sorry, dog shakes. Who is super awkward. I identify with that so much, especially when it comes to women.
They took
Um,
a role that was so clearly written for Michael Cera and threw Jay Baruchel
oh
in it
no,
and
you
pretended like we
cannot
weren't going to
tell me
notice.
that Michael Cera would have
Michael
done
Cera
a
would have been
better
so much
job.
better
No, he would have
because it's a
been.
completely different end of the awkward spectrum, and that's what you wanted in that movie. Not the oh hey guys, I'm here, I'm a wizard now.
No, absolutely not. Michael Cera would have done a. I love Michael Cera. I love Michael Cera in
As
most of
you
the stuff he's
should.
in. However, Jay Baruchel played that part to perfection. The girl, I know her name. I'm just blanking on it. She, first of all, absolutely gorgeous. Sorry, Maria, absolutely gorgeous. But she was like the perfect part to be like the opposite of him, the foil, if not really the foil, because that talks about like being bad and against the protagonist, but the opposite and perfect complement of him. Nicolas Cage, phenomenal. Alfred
No,
Molina,
let's get into Nicolas
phenomenal.
Cage. Let's get into Nicolas Cage.
Okay.
You have Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
I will fully admit I haven't watched this movie in a while.
Yeah.
Um, but in my memory, Nicolas Cage is dressed up like Chris Angel Mind Freak
No, 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 no,
and
no.
is supposed to be this like the deep and mysterious wizard. And like I don't like
No,
that's
there's
not
actually
Nicolas Cage.
there. No, he's not dressed up as Chris Angel. There's
No,
another guy who's dressed up similar to Chris Angel, and
all right,
he's a bad guy that's recruited by Alfred Molina's character, Horvath.
what's up?
His name is Horvath.
His name is Horbath.
Horvath with a V.
Horvath. Okay.
Yes, and that is Alfred Molina's dark wizard character. He's trying to bring back. I know her name. Why can't I remember it? He's trying to bring back like the big bad, like the head of the evil wizards, the antithesis of Merlin, if you will, that I just can't remember.
Maleficent.
No, not her. It's a very common
Angelina
name.
Jolie herself, Maleficent.
um,
Star
no,
of Maleficent 2,
it's
more Maleficent.
Maleficent. Maleficent.
Maleficent.
Um, anyway, Nicolas Cage was great in that. He was like that kind of like I guess like he's been literally trying to find the Primerlinian for centuries.
The
And he
Primer.
finally finds him and he's like, okay, let's go. And then it's this awkward, dumb kid that looked like he got bullied out of school for looking like he peed on himself in like the fifth grade.
Cool. Another unlikely hero trope. Glad we haven't had that before in multiple different
It was
franchises.
so good. And
Unlike Star Wars,
the visual
the
effects,
prequels,
my god, the visual effects
Harry
with the
Potter,
hey now, this is my turn to talk. The
Spider
visual
Man,
effects, there was the
Daredevil.
okay, dude, I am talking. The visual effects, the bull, the New York bull that's just running around, it looks great. You can't tell. You cannot tell. The magic in this is stunning. It is absolutely like the cars changing just mid drive, the the dragon that's climbing up a building that's literally a tattoo on the guy that's like crawling on his body. Fantastic visual effects.
And yet, none of it stuck with me. None of it was impressive enough to feel necessary and needed in my
I
memory.
I shed several tears whenever Nicolas Cage's character was gonna. I know his name too because I created a character based off of him.
Oh,
Balthazar, or yeah, Balthazar. Um,
oh, you mean the most generic wizard name you could come up with?
he was because he was a student of Merlin, the first wizard. Okay. Anyway, when he was about to die, and Jay Baruchel is like doing his little like sparky magic thing to like wake him back up, I shed a tear. I shed maybe two, maybe two. it was moving. It was amazing. It
You
was
know,
lovely. It was so feel good, but also like reminiscent of the original Sorcerer's Apprentice. I loved it.
the original
Loved it.
Sorcerer's Apprentice was a dude make some mops dance to a good
Yeah, and they did
orchestral
that.
song.
And they did that. The mops dance.
Everything else that was built around that movie was made for that movie. So you're saying the original Sorcerer's Apprentice, that was just Mickey doing some magic, making some mops dance.
Mm-hmm.
And they did it with poor CGI this time around.
It was not that poor CGI. The CGI wasn't.
You can tell it was poor CGI because it was done in a dark cave and instead of a brightly lit area because they wanted to hide how bad the CGI was.
The CGI. I have watched this movie at least 100 times, and that's not an exaggeration. The CGI is not that bad.
I I'm sorry, your opinion is just wrong on this one.
I okay. You haven't given any opinions as to why mine is wrong. You
Because
just said that it's garbage.
I can't remember any of it. And to me, that's what makes it a bad movie. Because like even
Well,
movies that aren't great, I can still remember things about them and things that I like. There just wasn't anything that I saw within that movie that I felt like I connected with. I barely remembered Nicolas Cage was in that movie. And the only reason I did is because it's Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage is phenomenal. I have another movie by Nicolas
I
Cage
think
that I
even
bought. $5.
in his movie that we saw together, The
Hmm.
Massive Weight of Unbearable Talent, he mocks The Sorcerer's Apprentice. Because even Nicolas Cage knows that
Dog.
was a bad movie.
He mocks half the movies he was in that movie.
Yes, because Nicolas Cage is in half of his movies are bad.
No, 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 no,
Look,
no.
when you do 60 movies, half of them are going to be bad. I mean, have you seen Moonstruck? Moonstruck is good, but it's bad.
I've never seen Struck. Or had the
It's a
pleasure.
romantic comedy between him and Cher.
Even better, dude. I want to sit down and watch every movie Nicolas Cage has ever been in. Every single one. I have several of them, and I'm working on the collection.
I think I have. Do I have any Nicolas Cage movies? That's a shame. I should get some.
That's quite a shame, actually. Okay, anyway, that is the end of my topic. You can be wrong about the Sorcerer's Apprentice all you want, but it's still gonna rank in at number 2 for me forever.
I think my number two movie is better.
What's your number 2 movie?
Captain America, the Winter Soldier.
Captain America and Winter Soldier is good. It's
It's
very good.
the
It's one
best
of,
Marvel movie.
I wouldn't say it's the best Marvel movie. I feel like
It holds up the best because I know
it holds up well.
like all the super fanboys are gonna be like, Endgame was the best because you got the giant battle at the end with everyone in it. Like,
No,
no,
no.
no. Captain America: The Winter Soldier is the best because it's so much practical stuff.
Hmm.
Like besides the buildings that they made in the DC skyline, the
Right.
giant helicarriers, like all of that. The fight where between Anthony Mackie and Crossbones where the windows shoot out, all that. Like all of that's not practical. All the stuff that you think is not practical.
Yeah.
But the fight on the freeway between Bucky
Good fight scene.
and all of that, besides the bullets, practical. He really drops a knife, catches it, does all of that.
Yeah.
The fight work in that movie is incredible. You get the perfect fight choreography, you get the perfect storyline.
But you know who they did like really dirty in that movie, which is one of the biggest issues I have with it? Batroc. Okay, he is a very
Why
D-list
are
villain.
why
He's
are
a
you
very
so
D-list villain. However,
into the underdogs and everything?
because the underdogs
Backtrack the leapers only superpowers. They're not even superpowers. He just has
got really
leaping
strong
boots.
legs.
He's got leaping boots, and in the movie, he's just a dude who can do a bunch of flips.
Yeah, and I will admit the kicking is cool. Like the
The
kick
kick,
fighting.
the kicking in that movie was insane. I will
Yeah,
tell you, I will agree to that because Cap kills at least 3 people by just kicking them.
that's true.
There
Yeah,
are three, at least two, I think, on that boat itself.
yeah.
Um, but I mean, the cast of it is just stacked as well. I
Mm.
mean, you can only name 3 actors from your movie. I got Chris Evans, Scarlett Johansson, Anthony Mackie, Samuel L. Jackson, Robert Redford, Sebastian Stan, Colby Smulders, Frank. No,
Frank Sinatra.
nope.
Listen, just because a movie has
Danny
a
Pudi was
huge
in it.
stacked cast does not make it objectively just automatically a good movie.
Oh, you're right. Ocean's 11 was trash with all those big name actors like Brad Pitt and Matthew Damon in it.
You didn't like Ocean's 11, or is that sarcasm?
That was being sarcastic.
Okay. No, but what I'm saying is there are plenty of movies that are not good, and it doesn't matter how stacked the cast is. It's not. Oh, for example, that one with Tom Holland and Nick Jonas was in it, and Mads Mikkelsen was in it, and Daisy Ridley was in it. I can't remember the name of it. Chaos Walking.
I've never heard of that.
Oh, it was like I was like super psyched for it, mostly because I love Mads Mikkelsen, who is a perfect man. But I was really pumped for it, and I watched it, and it was like that. That's like 4 or 5 actors, great actors. Mads Mikkelsen was phenomenal in that movie.
Mads
The movie
Mikkelsen
was
is a phenomenal
the
himself.
movie was garbage. I mean, it wasn't like the worst movie ever, but it was definitely not something that I would like sit my kids down in the future and watch with them.
And I can understand that. Okay, so good actors don't make a good movie. We've gone out
Mhm.
like that's fine. Um, who do you think is the best working actor today?
That's um, that's a good question, my dude. Um, I I don't know. I mean, there's so many. There's a lot of really good ones. And it depends on what category. I don't know. No idea. Daniel Craig. No, it's not him, but like it's the first one that came to my mind.
It's a bad I don't know.
007
Oh,
and
why did
Knives
I
Out.
why did I think his name was David?
No idea. It's okay.
My answer to that, and maybe this will help you. Andre Brower,
Who?
Captain Holt from Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
The best working actor.
I think he's the best working actor, and I have a good reason for it. So
Okay.
I rewatched House, MD. That's the
Oh
full
yeah.
title.
Good show.
And he's House's therapist on that show at one point. And
Is he?
he's able to do such like low serious scenes where like you can see what he's really talking about is really affecting him,
Hmm.
and like it's so much like he's giving so much in that scene, and it's such a serious scene. It's not played for laughs, but then he's able to seamlessly make a joke to like end off the scene, or like to before he sleeps into that, like there's a joke there,
Hmm.
and it doesn't undermine what he's doing. It just makes it subtle and it's fine. But then on the other side of things, you have what he does on Brooklyn Nine-Nine,
Hmm.
where he is a super serious, super proper person, and he does that to such an incredible point where like you think it's going to be a caricature at some point, but like it feels like a real person in that sense. Like this is he's not heightened at all. This is just who he is, and it's done to such a perfect level that he's able to be funny in that as well. And then you get those heightened moments of like the episode where they're trying to get the confession from Sterling K. Brown,
Hmm.
and then he just doesn't believe in Jake at all, and Jake finally gets the impression, and then he just does the three slow. Oh, I think it's so. Is it? I forget what he says. Oh my goodness! But like, it's one of those things that like perfectly encapsulates the mood and the feeling in the episode.
Yeah.
Um, and it's like it just like ties it all together, and it's not overpowering. He doesn't steal the scene at all. It it just a nice little cake topper.
Hmm. Yeah. No, I could see that. I could see that.
He also voices Darkseid in some of the Justice League cartoon movies
No,
and
that's
does
cool.
a great job at that. And I saw someone say that he should play the live action Darkseid, and I agree.
Yeah, actually, that would actually be really good. Although the live action MCU Dark Side, since they've already kind of screwed up the Dark Side a little bit.
Um, did you say the MCU Darkseid? Because Darkseid is a DC character, Matt.
Oh, see, I'm mixing up Dark Side and Apocalypse.
Wow. Take that Charmander off of your wall. You are
Listen,
no longer a nerd.
I
How dare you?
I do know what I'm talking about. I
How
promise. I
dare
swear.
you?
I that's actually
And right in
that's
front of my Stan Lee pop, too.
my Stanley pup heard it loud and clear.
Funny thing about the Stan Lee pops, I think we both got them at like the same time, or like
Possibly.
we got them relatively close to each other, and I was so happy to show you. And you went, "Oh yeah, you mean this?" And like you had it too, and I went, "No, no, I wanted a cool one."
Oh man, I miss that man.
Great guy.
You know what? Actually, I change from Daniel Craig, who I do love Daniel Craig. I'm changing my answer. Um every single person is gonna hate me for this. I actually sort of hate me for this. But
Please don't
I
say
have
Stan
to
Lee.
stick with it. No, no, but I
Okay, I
have to
was
stick
like,
with
see,
it.
he's great, but like, I don't.
I have to stick with it. Ryan Reynolds.
All right, thanks for joining us, everyone. You can follow us on Twitter. No, what? I mean, you're not wrong, but like the greatest.
The greatest. The greatest.
I just went on a 5 minute long emotional monologue.
Listen,
And you just need to go,
listen,
boom, hot guy with katanas. What do you got?
listen. If I could go, if the opportunity arose, if the opportunity arose, and of course I'm in a relationship currently, so they would
No, no, no,
also
no, no,
have
no,
to
no, no,
be
no,
part
no.
of the
You cannot just
opportunity.
use the meme sentence of if I could make out with Ryan Reynolds or
No, 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 no,
whatever you
no.
were gonna say.
I was not saying make out. I was saying in a polygamous relationship.
You can't just go with that. I need factual, like, give me evidence to your point of why he's the
Okay,
best actor.
okay, okay, okay. First off, gorgeous, absolutely stunning, absolutely gorgeous.
Are you saying Andre Brower isn't?
I'm
Because
saying
that's not very body positive of you, my guy.
I'm saying I'm not attracted to
That's not
like
very body positive of you, my guy.
I'm not really attracted to 50 or 60-year-old men. To be honest, I'm not attracted to men at all.
Ryan Reynolds is almost 50 years old.
Ryan Reynolds is something outside of
You're just
the
not
realm.
attracted to 50-year-old men who have of 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 a regular physique. You want rippling abs and something that's hard and not
I
fun to
no
cuddle
no 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 no
against.
no 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 no. I just
You
want
hate my
Ryan
body,
Reynolds.
don't you, Matt?
I love your body. It is comfortable to hug. I feel like I'm hugging a pillow. It's beautiful. It
That's
is
what
the
that's
like we said last episode. It is the epitome of male physique. It should be
the
what
epitome of human physique.
human physique. Yes, absolutely. However, Ryan Reynolds, he's hilarious. One of the funniest people I've ever watched on the screen. He is stunning. Excuse me. He is stunning. He is so cool. Like I don't understand how he's so cool. But he is just so like every word he says is carefully planned out. It is smooth. He is the king of improv. He is the king. He is perfect in quite literally every way. That is why if polygamy were an option, that would be my choice. Yes.
You know what? I'm gonna apologize. It's not fair for me to mock your choice when you sat there quietly and listened to mine. If you truly believe that Ryan Reynolds is a better actor than both Daniel Craig and Andre Brower,
Mhm.
That is your right, and I'm gonna respect you for that.
Dang straight it is, my guy.
Dumb choice still. Anyways, guys, we want to thank you so much for listening. We didn't think anyone was gonna listen, but we got people.
I may have slightly coerced my coworkers to watch to listen to the podcast. And I don't know how they felt about it, but it still means the world that like you guys are listening. So much appreciated.
We truly do appreciate it. That being said, we do have social media that you can keep up with us. We will be posting every Sunday, I believe, is going to be our release date.
Mhm.
Early Sunday mornings. We have a Twitter and an Instagram at the Garlic Boys. We are on TikTok. Check us out there for updates as well as small snippets and previews of what the show and what you can expect that week. And also join us on Patreon. We have different tiers that you can join. Lowest is $3 a month. Honestly, any sort of support that you can give us in that way, we would greatly appreciate. This isn't either one of our full-time jobs, so if you're able to support us, we understand and we appreciate just and whatever support you can give us, even if that's as small as telling your friends about us.
Oh my gosh, I cannot tell you, especially with us starting out, I cannot tell you guys how important it is for like word of mouth,
For sure.
as well as um, just like, maybe sharing some of our videos in social media with with your friends on social media,
Yeah.
because that gets things really up and running. And like we may not be everyone's cup of tea, but like we gotta be somebody's. We
So
gotta be.
somebody's got to like tea out there,
We
right?
we find us funny, so there's bound to be a few people out there find us funny. So if anybody's sense of humor is similar to ours, then I'm sure they would enjoy our show at least enough to watch an episode or two.
Like I said, all of our information can be found or as basically just search the Garlic Boys on anything. They can also be found in the descriptions, especially a link links to all of that. But yeah, Matt, any final words?
I got nothing.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening. And as always, remember,
Stay
stay
garlicky.
garlicky. You weren't ready for it again.
I started before you did. What do you mean I
What?
wasn't ready?